Hi, welcome back to Effortless. My name is Caitlin Kessler. I'm the creator of the 3M Method and host of this podcast. I am a mindset coach for business owners who are ready to shift into a more aligned, profitable, and effortless business. So, do you want to hear something interesting? 95% of your brain activity is unconscious. You spend most of your time deleting and distorting and generalizing the world around you into patterns and air quote truths that fit what you already believe to be true. And it's happening without you even realizing it. So what does that mean? It means you're continuing to create the same reality over and over and over again on autopilot, automatically, if you don't decide and intend differently. An example of this would be you think that all drivers from Florida are bad. And I can say this as an example because I am from Florida. And every time you witness a bad driver, you look at the license plate and it says Florida. And that confirms your belief that all drivers from Florida are bad. Except, and this is the big except what you don't realize is that some percentage of the time you look at the license plate and it isn't from Florida. But that doesn't fit your version of reality. And so you delete, distort, and generalize that information away. Now, why does this matter? Because we do this all day, every day, y'all. Our brains are energy conserving machines. So if it can delete, distort, and generalize, you better believe it will. It is going to save up energy in case we get attacked by a bear or a lion or whatever. So what does this have to do with like daily habits of your next level self? Well, these autopilot thoughts and ways of understanding your whole world trickle out into feelings, and that creates actions, and that determines results. If you're not happy with your results, you should look at the thoughts that created them. See, our thoughts create our reality. And you're thinking the same thoughts day in and day out. So how would that ever create a new reality, right? If you have a result in mind that you desire, say something that your next level self has, like 30K months, for example, then you're going to need to adjust the thoughts, the feelings, and the actions, aka the daily habits of your current self to match up with that of your next level self. So what does your next level self do? What do they feel? What do they think? And how can we start replacing those autopilot thoughts, deleting, distorting, and generalizing away? How can we start to replace our feelings and our actions with these new ones? It honestly comes down to a choice. So my mom shared this quote with me a few weeks ago. I thought it was really perfect. It says, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." That's a quote from Viktor Frankl, and I think it's so powerful. I'm just going to say it again so you can really think about it. Between our stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. Okay, so what does that mean? It means we get to choose our response. We get to choose our thoughts about circumstances or stimuli. And in that choice of thought, we can grow and we can gain more freedom. So let's say you're waiting for an email back from a potential client, and it's the end of another workday and there's no response. That can be our stimulus, right? Now, our response could be to go down a negative spiral of nothing works and I'm going to go broke and my business is over. Or in that moment between stimulus and response, we could pause and we could choose a thought that our next level self would think. Maybe something like, everything is working out for me, or that an even better client is coming in tomorrow, or that there's an opportunity here to learn and to grow. Now, I don't know what your next level self would say, but I think it's worth considering. And then you do that over and over. And watch as the new thought creates a better feeling, triggering a more powerful action and a more desirable result. And let that become the habit. The habit that says, hey, wait a second. I'm in control here. I am the thinker of my thoughts, and I choose to think this thought that makes me feel this way and helps me to take actions and get results that I desire. At the end of the day, it comes down to a choice. And I know that that's not sexy or glamorous or overnight, but it is 100% in our control. So what do you choose? To keep going on autopilot and creating more of the same? Or to create the habit now of being the thinker of your thoughts and choose thoughts that create the reality you actually desire? Thank you so much for listening. Next week, the second edition of The Shift comes out. This is my new monthly, really in-depth newsletter. It features things like mini lessons and freebies and resources and recommendations for you. You can learn more at CaitlinKessler.com/theshift.